welcome everybody to Cutie Style Matters Skincare. So we're going to talk today about routines, regimens, and getting everyone set up with a nice skincare regimen. So how to better care for your skin. We're going to talk today about our own skin journeys and perspectives and give a little bit of information on overview about basic skincare, especially facial skin routines. We're excited to have you here today, and we thank you for coming to watch us. Today's presenters are myself, James Blake. I'm the founder of Trans Matters Now. My pronouns are he, him. And then we have Sharnice, who is our project leader for this project, and her pronouns are she, her. And Lisa is the project coordinator. Her pronouns are she, her. And Sam is the project presenter we're having with us today, and he uses he, they. And John is also a project presenter we have with us today who also uses he, him pronouns. Thank you all for being here. Let's take a moment just to say hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Welcome.
Hi.
Awesome. Thank you all. All right. So let's start with an overview of what we're going to be talking about today. A lot of our skin struggles go on from the onset of our first puberty to well into adulthood, and can sometimes be triggered or inflamed or brought on by different things that we're either doing or not doing. So our skincare struggles, you're not alone, and we're talking about routines today and a few things that we may be combating when dealing with our skin. Our first thing to go over is skin types, so that you can know what type of skin you have and how to appropriately form a routine around that. Skin types include normal, dry, oily, and combination. We'll also talk about weather effects, cleansing and exfoliating, using toner and facial moisturizer, beard care, and trans and HRT specific skin issues. The first that we're going to go over is skin types. Let's turn it over to Lisa to bring us into this first section.
Excellent. So the skin types that we have listed, and the information that we're looking at right now is really, really great. Of course, we have normal skin. These are the lucky people who have no signs of dry flakes or any shiny oil. So their skin is considered normal, and they can use just a basic skincare regimen. As other people's skin might be more oily, which means it's slick and shiny, and it has larger pores. You can have dry skin, which has flakes and a tight feeling, which requires more moisturizing. Some people have combination, which is an oily T-zone with normal to dry skin everywhere else. Fun fact, most people actually have combination skin. I know that I do. Some people have a dry T-zone and an oily face. So your skin is really, everyone is different.
Thank you so much. Well, let's bring in John to talk about the extreme weather effects on our skin. John.
I was on mute. Hi there. So it's important that we use sunscreen in our skin routines. It's been shown that the two rays produced by the sun, so there's two types of rays that the sun produces, so UVA and UVB. And UVA rays cause aging, skin cancers, and the UV rays is what causes your skin to burn. So it's very important to incorporate sunscreen into your beauty routine. It's recommended that you use a SPF of 30 or higher. Using an SPF lower, you get about 93% protection. With SPF 30, you receive about 97% protection from both rays. And the for SPF 50 or higher, it's about 98%. So the additional SPF is kind of negligible. So it's good to use SPF 30. It's also good to make sure that when you're picking out sunscreen that it says broad spectrum. I don't know if you can see that right up there. And that means that you're just getting protection from both types of sun rays. So make sure when you're picking out your sunscreen, make sure it says broad spectrum or protects from UVA and UVB rays. It's also important to when you know, it can be kind of a challenge when you're putting on makeup to apply sunscreen. And a lot of the places I read, they said to apply SPF kind of after your like skin routine, after you apply like your moisturizer and stuff, and then put on your sunscreen and then apply your makeup. And then you want to make sure that you're applying sunscreen every 2 or 3 hours, and that can be kind of difficult when you're wearing makeup. So it's good to use a powdered sunscreen or an SPF setting spray.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And I know that a lot of different effects can happen due to sunscreen use, not having enough or not using it at all, from dry skin, sunburns, as well as in the long term, skin cancer. So thank you so much for educating us on the importance of sunscreen use.
No problem.
So if you would like to follow along on the cold weather effects on skin, a lot of cold weather can also comes along with that wind and the chill factors, and the precipitation is and the air being frozen or elevated can also cause skin dryness, flakiness, and irritation, and can lead to clogged pores, excess breakouts, dead skin, so on and so forth. So some things to remember when starting a routine is just to keep the routine simple and make your regimen consistent and be patient with your skin's progress. Do a routine that you're comfortable with. And of course, trial and error are definitely going to be normal because everyone's skin is different. Everyone's complexion is different. And so what works for you may not work for the next person. So we're just here to share with you what we know and what we have learned by our extensive research over the last month and a half. But please don't take it as medical advice. If you have skincare issues, you will want to talk with your medical provider about your skin-related healthcare concerns. Okay, now if Charnice will take it away, we will move on in our presentation to the demo for cleansing and exfoliating.
Okay, I am going to show you what I do typically in the morning. I know it's afternoon, maybe later for some of you, but I'm going to show you what I do in the morning. I'm typically not a morning person, so it's rare to do, but I make sure I do my evening ones. And I have the lovely Lisa that's going to be rocking along with me, explaining certain things, because obviously if I have soap on my face, I'm not going to be able to see too much, do too much. So thank you in advance, Lisa. So we'll go ahead and get started. All right, so I am going to be using a foam cleanser, and this is it. It's called Koa Life. Could be saying it wrong. It's KOA Life, and it's a brightening cleanser. And I'm going to be using this. Now you can use your hands, or you can use, a towel, whatever you're comfortable with. There's different forms that you can use. And Lisa actually can go over that with you while I'm starting to apply.
Yeah, so depending on your skin type, some people find a traditional washcloth is a little too harsh for their skin. Other people don't like touching their faces. But also remember that this is a really good time to pamper yourself, as with a little bit of aromatherapy in a scent that you really like. Charnice is applying this in a really beautiful circular motion, and she's being really, really gentle on her skin, but she's also giving everything a really good cleanse, which is what you want to see and what you want to do. The tool that she's using has a foam pad on it, and it vibrates, and that's going to release any of those dead skin cells, any free radicals, anything that's been in contact with your face. And it's just going to give it a really nice cleanse. She's using whatever her skin type calls for, but there's so many different options, guys and ladies and gentlemen, that you can use, and just let your skin tell you what works for you. You can try some different things. You don't have to spend a ton of money on skincare products. There's every budget has something that's going to be appropriate. And so I just want to make sure that everyone understands that we don't have to be spending a lot of money. What we just have to do is really find something that works for us. You do, when you're cleansing your face, want to try to avoid downward motion if you can, because that's going to pull your skin down, obviously, and gravity already wants to do that work for us. So if you're going to try to keep your skin young and taut, keep it kind of in an upward motion or a circular motion like Charnice is doing now. And she's doing a great job.
Thank you. And, you know, not to interrupt, but you know, I have a combination. My trouble areas are typically my forehead in between here and my eyebrows. I flake so bad and dry, but other areas
I do.
Very oily, and I had to be careful, unfortunately, during that time of the month, because certain moisturizers and certain cleansers can cause acne or breakouts.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. So what I recommend sometimes too is that people will try like a little sample of something and see how their skin feels the next day. And if that's something that you want to purchase, then at least you know, and you're not spending all this money on these products that you're not going to use again because your skin doesn't enjoy them. And also, we have the Curology products that we'll be talking about later. They have a customized formula for people who that you can go on and take a skin quiz if you want. Not to plug them, but they've been generous to us. You can take a skin quiz about your specific skin type. So after Charnice has cleansed, she's used just a really gentle microfiber towel to dry her face. And now she's going to apply a toner. And a toner, again, is just to get anything that might be left over, any oil, any makeup, any dead skin cells. Again, I know it's gross to keep saying that, but you do shed, your skin sheds every few days. So you want to get rid of anything that's laying there on the surface of your skin to give yourself a really nice, beautiful, clean glow. And some people find that toners are a little bit too harsh for them, and that's fine too. Again, let your skin be your guide. Or you can find a toner that is a gentler formulation, something that's alcohol free. And you, again, don't have to spend tons of money. When I was a kid, I used to use Sea Breeze, which is very, very harsh. That's just a grocery store brand. Some people might find that that's too harsh, and there's lots and lots of other formulas that you can use. But just to get all of that, whatever life is throwing at your face, right off every single day. Yeah, I always like to look at my pad too and see what's on it.
You think you're doing a good job, you look at that and it just makes you feel like, ah.
Yeah, and also, a toner gives your skin a nice tingly, clean feeling, which I really enjoy too.
Yes. And I also brought another toner. It's by H2O. It's gentle. This is when I first started using their products because I wasn't very sure. So I wanted something that was closer to, an H2O to make sure that I wasn't going to cause any breakout. Some moisturizers can really break you out badly.
Yeah, absolutely. And I would say of all the products that you're using, the moisturizer, you really want to formulate to your skin type. Because if you already have oily skin and you throw something really heavy on, that's going to further clog your pores. So just be careful with that. But you do want to moisturize because, your skin loves it. And none of us wants to be a wrinkly old person.
Definitely. I had to learn that coming from California, moving to the desert. I didn't use moisturizers in Cali. Obviously, I was younger, I thought, and plus it's very humid there. So I wasn't worried about that. But here, it changed a lot of things for me. It changed the way my skin was, if my hair fell out. So you really, if you live in a really, dry area, you have to get it done. And especially like the sunscreen is huge here. Even when you think that it's not bright, or the sun isn't out, still put it on.
Absolutely. And another thing too is if your skin is oily, a lot of people who have oily skin don't think that they need to use a moisturizer, but that's not true. If you find something formulated for oily skin, that can sometimes help with the overproduction of oil. If you're putting back something beautiful, that you're giving your skin something nice and light and moisturizing, then it's not going to feel like it needs to overproduce. So even if you have oily skin, you still want to use a nice moisturizer.
Definitely. So next step would be the serum. And again, like I said, serums are, you can or you can't, just be careful, what you pick. I am using one that's for a treatment for mature or dry skin. And so I find even though I have a drier area, this one works, but I do use different ones. For one thing, you don't want to use, sometimes you're like any medicine or anything, your body gets used to it. So you may want to alternate throughout the week, especially when it comes to exfoliating, if that's something you want to try, or the mask. You want to alternate. Don't let your body get used to something, because one minute you think, oh, I found the great, combination, and then all of a sudden it quits working. So again, the older you get or whatever you're going through, it can affect it, and that regimen may not work for you at that time. So switch it up a little bit if you can.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Not everyone uses a serum. I know that I don't use it maybe as often as I would enjoy, but it's a really great way to put some moisture back into your skin and gives it a beautiful glow.
Absolutely. And I'm going to be using this tool to put on my serum. You can use, again, your hands, or there's other different machines that actually even heat up that you can use on there. Whatever works for you. It doesn't matter. I have so much stuff, I can't even use it all. So I want to keep this. The good thing about this is that when you heat it up, it makes it glide, the serum glide on a lot more easier. So I like to use it for that. So I'm gonna sit it in the water while I put this on first. I don't know if Lisa has any tidbits about any more serums or anything, but I'm just gonna apply it.
Mm-hmm. Well, those that roller that you're using, I believe it looks like a rose quartz roller, and those have been very, very popular. They're supposed to have really great benefits to your skin.
Yes.
And again, it's a good way to just pamper yourself, make yourself feel a little bit special, like, oh, I'm going the extra mile for my face.
Exactly. And I know it can be tough, finding the time to do this, but one thing I found out, which I started doing later because I'm so into get it done, is it's fun to put music on. So find, whatever kind of music you're into. And by the time the song is when you're already done with what you're doing. So you're just rocking out, listening to that. So try that. So I put that on first, and then you just want to work your way out. Like Lisa said, you just work your way out. And I'm telling you, this heat feels good. They have also other kind of roller balls, and maybe even this that you can, if you have a lot of puffiness, you don't want to use heat. You want to put it in the refrigerator or in the freezer and let it get cold. And that way, whatever you're putting on it, it helps reduce the swelling.
Yeah, good tip. Absolutely. And this is, it can be a really good sort of meditative self-care kind of ritual that you give yourself. I love the idea of music. It's just like kind of celebrating your face and who you are and how you present yourself to the world. It's wonderful. It's a cool way to just kind of connect with yourself.
Exactly. Just take that time. We all deserve it, right? And
we sure do.
You're stressed out doesn't mean you got to look stressed out. All right. So next, I will start with, you don't have to use it. I use it because I noticed with my makeup, the creases were happening a little bit, and I would see a crease in my eyeshadow. So I said, oh, it's time for, something for my eyes. So I have this, it's by High, and it's a cannabis eye gel. They have all different kinds. So just, you know, go for whatever, you know, works for you. I mean, you might have more fine lines, but this works for me. And you only need a very little bit. Remember, your eye isn't that big. So you need just a tiny little dab.
Yeah, I use an eye cream at night because I wake up sometimes with puffiness, but there's so many different kinds that you can use. And again, you just want to little pamper yourself a little bit. And take care of your eyelids because they, you know, they over time, they can get kind of saggy and droopy. Like I said, gravity happens. So any little bit that you do for yourself is just gonna, you know, improve how you feel and how you'll end up looking, hopefully, as you age.
While you're putting it on, work your way out and use your ring finger. You have to be careful. This is the most sensitive part of your skin, is that because it's very thin. So just be very careful.
Gentle is the name of the game.
Yes. And again,
I know that it can sometimes be overwhelming, right? There's so many different products on the market, but if you make it kind of fun for yourself and try not to go overboard spending money, it can be really, really fun.
It is. And you don't have to spend a lot of money. You really don't. The H2O product I actually found in Walmart, and it was the set. I mean, alone, I think I probably walked out with an exfoliator, the toner, and the moisturizer for like around $20 or so, maybe a little more with tax. So it's not bad, just like that. So that's done. I also forgot to bring one other thing. I guess I have to tell you later, sorry, I forgot. But we're gonna go ahead and start with the moisturizer. So I am using a Radiant. I like for my skin to look as glowy as possible because I'm not one, especially since the pandemic, to wear a lot of makeup. So I want my skin to glow as much as possible. So this one is by e.l.f. It's really reasonable. You find it in Target. I'm not sure if it's in Walmart, but I know for sure it's in Target. And it's for a glowing radiant moisturizer. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that on there, my face. I always go a little crazy with I have a big forehead, so I always go a little crazy with the forehead part. And again, you just wanna, like I said, pamper yourself. Just enjoy it.
Absolutely. And even for men and those who are non-binary, you know, this is just a good way to feel good about yourself. Even, you know, for someone who's not wearing makeup, if you want to just add a little glow to your step.
Exactly.
Charnice has a moisturizer that also has a sun protectant in it, which is, but usually they're only about 15. So again, going back to what John said, even if your moisturizer has an SPF, they're usually pretty low. So don't forget, don't skip the sunscreen. Unless you're just going to stay in the house all day and watch Netflix, which, hey, I do.
See, not bad, little glow, little something.
Beautiful.
Okay, and then I did, like I said, I did forget. I am working on natural eyelashes. I really want my eyelashes to grow. So there's a serum for eyelashes that I use every night. And you can use it during the day. If you're just starting out, then I would advise using it twice. If it's something that you want to do, is to have, you know, those lovely batting eyelashes. So I am going to go ahead and put that on. I'm not sure if Lisa is aware or has any information about it, but it has worked for me. My eyelashes have actually grown on. It takes about 2-3 months before you notice the difference, but they do grow. And
yeah, I mean, I think it's like anything. If you give something some care, it will work for you. They do have lots of good formulas for eyelash enhancement. So especially for people who don't want to wear falsies, which can be kind of traumatic for your lashes. So if you can get your natural ones to grow by giving them all the moisture and nutrition that they want, I say go for it. But again, be gentle.
Yes, you just want to put it in above the eyelashes, and if you're going underneath, right underneath the eyelashes. So I just rub it in. And it's definitely good to use right after because it means your pores are open so it can get in there and absorb really well. Don't worry if it gets, if you get one that's, just pay attention. It might sting a little bit, but it won't kill you. You won't be running to the emergency room because I've done that trying to be quick sometimes. And last but not least, again.
Yeah, so I would say if you're going to use any of those products for your eyelashes, make sure to read the manufacturer's instructions.
Exactly.
They'll have some good tips.
Exactly. Last but not least, again, still going with the glow, I have a dewy mist glow. So I'm going to go ahead and just finish it off with that.
And those usually smell amazing, which is nice too.
And that is it. I'm done. Sometimes what I do is if I just want a little bit, I might be going out or something like that, I will, just add a little bit of mascara or something and then some lip gloss
Thank you so much, Shanice and Lisa.
Right,
wonderful
you're taking such beautiful care of your skin.
Great skin routine.
First,
I appreciate you sharing that with us.
These are by choice. I'm not being silly or anything. People,
so we went over cleansing and exfoliating. Again, just keep it simple. No real harsh ingredients. Alcohol can make you too dry. Some of the other ingredients may be pore clogging ingredients as well as often drying out the skin too much as well, like the sodium lauryl sulfate and the isopropyl mesylate. But with benzoyl peroxide, you may read some places that say don't use it and some places that say it's okay to use it, but we find that it's best to just limit the use because for some things it can be really great. It can help clear out that excess oil in your pores and even treat mild acne breakouts. But our advice would be just to use it when you need it and not on a regular basis because it can be irritating to dry or sensitive skin. So these are some other cleansers that we would recommend. Again, just to bring back home the point that Lisa was making, that you really don't have to spend a whole lot on good skincare products. Neutrogena, Cetaphil, Aveeno, these are some of the ones that you'll be able to find in your local Target, Walmart, Walgreens, retail chains. As far as some of the other ones like the H2O Plus, Curology, I know you can find them online as Shanice pointed out, even the H2O Plus can be found at Target. So that's really great info. Thank you for sharing. And then toners, again, there's no real wrong way to use it. You just want to let your skin be your guide, as well as with the moisturizers. The emollients, humectants, and occlusive facial moisturizers are best for different types of situations and different skin types. So just be sure to, like Lisa said, just try a little sample. Just get the little sample packs, try them out, see what's best for you. Okay, next up is beard care. So I'm going to be doing that. Yay. Awesome. So make sure everybody can see me. So I'm going to do the entire face when I do my beard care. So some of the products I'm going to be using today is Curology facial cleanser and facial moisturizer. Very simple ingredients, not real heavy products. And then it's time for me to shave, so I'm going to go ahead and do that too. This helps prevent razor bumps. This is Aveeno. It's like $4 or $5 at the local retail chain. It's a therapeutic shave gel, dermatologist formulated for lessening those shave bumps. I'm also going to do beard care. I just use a simple shampoo and conditioner for it that has omega-3, 6, 7, and 9 called Oblafica. There are beard washes and beard conditioners, beard oils, whatever you find that works for you. For me, I find that a lot of the beard specific stuff makes my skin break out. So I use just a shampoo and a conditioner, which seems to work just fine. And then after I shave, I do put on just a basic little aftershave cream after that. So let's get started. First, I'm going to wash, and also I pre-soak my shaving cream in hot water so it's a little bit warmer and not a shock to the skin after using the nice warm water to get it. And then putting the cold shaving cream doesn't feel nice to me, so I always like to warm it up beforehand. And I typically like to do this like after I shower, because my skin is so much more open, or like while I'm in one or the other. But usually, I typically do it like when my face is all open. It works a lot better. So, I like to use a really soft, moist, like it's like a terry cloth material that's a washcloth. It's really soft. I like these better than like a poof because honestly, to me, those are kind of scratchy. So, the cleanser here is the Curology Basic Formula Cleanser. You can order it online. I'm not certain if they have it in the retail stores. I've not seen it. That doesn't mean it's not there. But I know that you can go to Curology.com and check out they have a lot of good advice articles and a lot of good information on their website as well. And I also do the circular motions. I start with my forehead and then my nose and eye area. Of course, you don't want to open your eyes after you've applied the
No, definitely not.
But I really get in good around my jaw line because I sweat and it pours like right here, just all down there. So living here in the desert, that's really something that we deal with a lot, even just stepping outside for a minute or two. So I just really get in good around the creases because I have those like smile creases as well. And then I'm going to rinse real good. I try to just rinse with the washcloth after applying with my fingers. Also, you don't want to leave cleanser behind because that can actually dry the skin out. So you want to make sure that you're getting really good into your beard hair to get that out. Sometimes I would just take my sink has a thing that comes apart, but I'm not going to do that because my laptop's right here and I can't see where I am. But it works really great when trying to get all the soap out of the beard hair. But I just dab and blot my face really good so as not to be like scrubbing the sensitive skin. But I do go back behind in the beard area and do the circular motions to dry a bit more. Some people that have beards will blow dry the hair. That's totally up to you. The next thing that I do is I brush my beard up. And what this does is it helps to get all the like loose hairs, dead skin, all that kind of worked off the surface that you could not get with the regular cleansing. Kind of like, for instance, the toner with your skin. It's kind of like the same idea with the brush for the beard. Because this skin is under hair, so it's harder to get to that skin. So I just brush up against the grain of the beard, and then that is when I do my beard wash. So like I was saying, I just use a shampoo. There are beard wash formulas out there. The few that I tried did not do well with me, but everybody's different. So again, I just use my fingers here, but with this part, I actually use my fingertips, not like my nails, just my fingertips, still being gentle. And still in that circular motion. And being sure to get the bottom and around the edges really good. And then again, I'm going to use the same microfiber washcloth to really rinse that area good. And again, you don't want to scrub your face really hard when drying it with the towel. You want to just blot easily so as not to damage or over dry your skin. I always like it to be slightly damp when I go to put on a moisturizer. That's just me. Some people don't like doing that, but I enjoy the dampness applied with the moisturizer over it. So I start with my forehead and I just do the out motions, starting from the center. And I do moisturize my beard, but not like I do with the actual aftershave stuff. So the moisturizer, I go here, and I'm not going to apply down here because I'm about to shave down there. So just here with the normal beard. So when I shave, if I don't know if you can see this, but I have hair that grows this way, hair that grows this way. So I have to shave with the way that my hair grows, so as not to exacerbate skin bumps or create any ingrown hairs. But I only shave the under part here. So you want to get a good even layer of the shaving cream and make sure all the area is covered really good. You want a good glide. And I like to use the triple razors with the flexi head just because of the way that the skin is shaped. It's easier than using those flat ones. But I'm going to go with the direction of the hair, which is odd here for me, but the way it grows. And then this here, it grows up. So I have to go up right in the center. So up in the center and then out on each side. But everybody's hair grows, you know, in its own fashion. But you want to make sure that you're going with the hair growth as to not exacerbate skin bumps or cause ingrown hairs. So then after I've shaved, I again take my rinsing washcloth, get all of the shaving cream off, and I'm going to use that aftershave cream just to moisturize that bottom section and then put the moisturizer, because this will help too for those shave bumps. I have them really bad sometimes if I don't take precautions. So if like I'm in a hurry or something and I skip a step, I will be paying for it a day or two later. Okay, so and then last section is moisturizing the bottom part and then just simply brushing the beard down. I did not use the conditioner this time, so as not to run over time. But I also use that moisturizer real good in the beard care. But when I'm in the shower, I will use that a lot of times. But I love it. So finished product. I don't know if you can see it. Nice, clean, groomed beard.
Very nice.
Yeah. Looking good.
And beards right now are all the rage. There's a million product lines designed for beards.
Nice. Very awesome. Okay, well, I'm going to share my screen again, and we'll go back to our presentation. So with beard care, I like to keep it simple, just shampoo, conditioner, and cleanser and moisturizer, and just pat down with a towel afterwards. There's all kinds of things that you can use, from beard oils, beard balms, but again, I don't enjoy those, and my face just finds them too heavy. So I really enjoy having my nice soft beard hair. But the best tips is to just leave it alone. The more you touch it, tug on it, pull on it, play with the hair, the unhealthier and patchier it's going to look. And also, shaving doesn't really accelerate the growth. I know you've heard that before, but for your beard, it's a little bit different because of the fact that it grows in cycles. You have several different hair follicles that grow at different times, and typically it's on rotating 6 weeks. So typically it takes a full 6 weeks for every hair follicle to show growth. So if you're shaving that, it's not going to have time for those that are on a later growth cycle. You're going to be just keeping it that patchier look. So you want it to just grow, just let it grow, take care of it. You get thicker growth by just optimizing your health, getting proper nutrition and hormones, sleeping properly, and keeping it groomed. Beard oils, balms, the aftershave creams, even the conditioners, those types of things that are going to add moisture to your beard is going to help the beard hair from getting brittle, breaking, getting split ends, falling out. It's just going to look really unhealthy if you don't keep good care of your beard. Also use a soft brush. The brush that I was using has the rubber little tips on the ends, and it feels really good brushing over it with that nice soft brush. All right, Sam, if you will, lead us for trans HRT specific skincare issues.
Yes, I'm going to talk about testosterone first. So testosterone stimulates the oil-producing glands in the skin, which results in a lot of the greasiness that people develop on T. Along with making your face shiny, the oil can also get trapped in your pores with bacteria, which creates acne as your skin's immune system attacks the trapped bacteria. To prevent this, it's really important to wash your face twice a day with warm water and a gentle cleanser. You should use moisturizer. I would lean towards formulas that are light and water-based to help maintain your skin's barrier against that kind of bacteria and balance any drying effects of acne-fighting treatments. So generally, acne-fighting treatments are either retinoids like Differin that can help with acne by decreasing the inflammation, like the redness and swelling of the skin, and promoting healing of any acne bumps you got. And topical treatments for acne like salicylic acid or benzoyl peroxide. They help to remove dead skin cells that can clog pores. But benzoyl peroxide also helps to kill that acne-causing bacteria. Both of the ingredients, because they fight oil, can also be drying when used in excess and can be irritating for sensitive skin. So decrease your usage or stop using it if your skin starts to feel tight, itchy, or flaky. Acne treatments can also increase skin sensitivity to sunlight, so protect your skin with regular sunscreen use and look for products labeled as non-comedogenic to prevent exacerbating any acne. With estrogen, people actually have the opposite problem to those on testosterone. The hormone decreases their skin's oil production because they're not getting the testosterone signals that say make more oil. So people on estrogen are more prone to dryness and irritated skin. I'd recommend washing your face once or twice a day with gentle products specifically designed for dry or sensitive skin. And using thicker moisturizers will help combat that dryness. Look for moisturizers with emollients like shea butter and jojoba oil to help lock in moisture and replenish your skin's defensive barrier. And moisturizers that also contain hyaluronic acid and vitamin C can help reduce the irritation that's caused by dryness and help maintain skin hydration over a long period of time. Sunscreens can help prevent hyperpigmentation and premature skin aging that are also common problems while on estrogen. Just avoid sunscreens that contain alcohol since it can dry the skin and cause more irritation.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so resources to learn more. Curology.com has a lot of great guides, and the dermreview.com has as well a lot of good skin concerns topics that you can read about. Example topics include skincare for persons of color, skincare for those who are aging, fine lines, wrinkles, crow's feet, acne, and other skin issues, and many more really great topics. If you have any skin concerns, these are great places to go and read about them. If you have any questions or want something demonstrated or have a request for an event or want to be included, please reach out, transmattersnow@gmail.com. We appreciate your participation and for watching our educational video. Thank you so much. This event was sponsored by the following: Curology, the Derm Review, and H2O Plus Beauty.